Today is proof that your past doesn't really reflect your future. See, as I tell you guys all the time, the quality of your living is based entirely upon your ability. Your ability to do what and how you manage and how you balance out in real life. Not what social media is defining you as, but who you really are internally. You know, residing out here in Brooklyn, I come across a lot of amazing people. And everybody stand for something, but everybody don't stand for the sole purpose of what it actually really means to define success. And actually being in the hood, shout out to everybody in East New York, you know, I see a lot of great people doing what they have to do, but there's this one specific individual that I see always going above and beyond. Enough for me to actually catch myself volunteering to catch certain shots without even being paid. Because you know, when your passion's in it, you don't talk about money because that's when God walks out the room. So I took the liberty of meeting this man, and to me, a wholeheartedly stand-up individual who advocates and speaks and defines what this youth actually need and deserve as they evolve in this generation of time. He goes by the name of Jamel White for Greedy For Da Roc. And I got him live on set with Irv. And we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything. From then to what's happening now and what the future has to offer. We'll be here on the set. Stay tuned. What's up, y'all? We back live on set with Irv, where of course you know I discuss strategy, execution, teamwork. And I got my good friend right here, and I'm proud to call him my friend because, you know, everybody call each other friend, but then when it comes to actually making things work, they ain't nowhere to be found. I got my homeboy here, a good friend of mine, Jamel White from Greedy For Da Roc, my brother.
Her, definitely.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for putting up on the set.
Likewise.
And we said we was going to do this, right? We said we was going to do it. Actually here, finally got it done. So guys, it takes a lot of work to get certain people, and shout out to Chappelle as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who assists in the process of making sure that this whole thing comes together, because trust me, it ain't easy. So, sir, you on the set? What's happening?
I'm chilling.
You good?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the set, man. I really appreciate you being here. I love everything that you do and what you stand for.
Right. And
as you know, I told you, only people that's coming on the set for season 3 are those that actually got something going on, and you got a lot on your plate. Yes, sir. So we live on set.
That's right.
So you was born and raised in Brooklyn, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So then, what is that like growing up in Brooklyn?
Hard, you know, basically, my Brooklyn, I tell you, I'm camera shy.
It's gotta go there, man. You gotta trust the process. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make you look good. Just let everything come out how we need to.
All right. So, basically, growing up in Brooklyn, of course, it's ups and downs. My family was basically my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna direct my father's side. Drug addictive. You know what I'm saying? Never had everything that I properly wanted as a child. You know what I'm saying? And we struggled. You know what I'm saying? And definitely hustled. You know, times like this, it's snowing outside. Pump gas and pack bags.
Oh, I remember them Western beef days.
Facts.
The older folks, the older ladies who used to think I was a cutie, they give me $1 bill, made me put it in my sneaker and my sock, and then they give me a nickel. So when I go back to the big dude, they'd be like, how much she give you? And I'd be like, man, she only gave me a nickel. They'd be like, man, you keep that little joint. End of the day, walk around with like $25 back when I'm 8, you know what I'm saying? Take my father to the liquor store, go get him a bottle of Majosco or Smirnoff, and boy, I keep the rest of that bread to myself, you know what I'm saying? But those were the good old days, for real.
Right.
So you did a little bit of all that as far as growing up in Brooklyn.
Right.
But you also mentioned to me when we had a conversation as far as Yonkers. When did Yonkers come into play?
Moved out to Yonkers in 1992. I guess from my mom's perspective that she needed to change. You know what I'm saying? And I was out in Yonkers for most of my teenage years. Basically, junior high school, elementary, junior high school, and maybe like 1 year high school.
Okay.
A half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you know, my mother battled addiction, and it kind of took a toll on her. Like, really took a toll on her.
Okay.
And to the point that her addictions was basically taking her issues out basically on me. You know what I mean? I don't want to say,
Which is pretty much for a lot of households.
right.
I'm saying
You know?
surprisingly, it's unfortunate, but that's the harsh reality that a lot of, my mother's one of 16 kids. So my grandparents had 16 boys, 16 girls, and I literally feel as if I was raised by wolves. So I can understand that to a lot of degrees. A lot of alcoholism, battling with that, drugs,
Facts.
or different types. You know what I'm saying? It was like fentanyl and things like that didn't exist.
Right,
in
right,
those days.
right.
It was more like the heroin, crack,
That's right.
cocaine, the manila envelopes of the Reggie of the weed. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hydro, none of that stuff didn't exist, you know what I'm saying, during those
Facts.
times, you know what I'm saying? All right, so then you went out there to Yonkers, and then from there, when did you come back to Brooklyn?
Moved back to Brooklyn in maybe 1999.
Okay, so you was out there for about a good 7-8 years, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What were you doing out there using Yonkers as far as like growing up?
Basically played a lot of sports. Basketball, of course, one of the sports. Played football. But mainly, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I was getting in a lot of trouble out there. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I was following the wrong people, but you know, when you young, and I had a lot of freedom. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, I'm not gonna say getting around the wrong people, but shout out to, God bless my guy Guess. His name is Kenny Whitehead. I used to basically just follow him. He was to me, he was like the center of attention. You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know Kiss or Chic or anything like that, but he
D Block, the whole crew.
Right. He basically used to get a lot of their music before it would drop. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yes.
That's the luxury about when you live in certain neighborhoods, because then you get to, see the evolution of a lot of these legends that we have today.
Right.
Especially from that era. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 82. So for me being born...
Same here.
Okay, so we're the same age.
Uh-huh.
So, and then now you say 92, I could totally understand what frame of mind, because we was in hip hop.
Right.
I grew up, I was from the Bronx. I moved from the Bronx to Hollis. My uncles was Mad Cool, Run DMC, so I was on 202 in D's house all the time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I went from 192, went to 231, got kicked out of both of those schools, ended up in 59. So I've been around a lot of activity, you know what I'm saying? Moving from Hollis, you know what I mean? Remember Cash Money Click with Ja Rule and all of them, you know what I mean? Shout out to Chris Black, shout out to all of them, rest in peace, Irv Gotti.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's, and then moving around, hanging around, Lost Boys, you know what I'm saying? Coming into Brooklyn, having a couple of little shorties that lived out here in Brooklyn.
Facts.
Cutting school from Andrew Jack. So I totally get it, you know what I'm saying? You get to see the evolution of a lot of these hip hop artists from Biggie Jay-Z, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Or
right.
everybody in New York, period.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was out there, this is like DMX era.
I mean, you was in the middle of it all.
I mean, he basically. I remember when he was.
Motorcycles everywhere.
No,
ATV,
I'm,
the Rough Rider era.
no, it wasn't the Rough Rider. This is the beginning
The
of
beginning. Okay, got it.
of X.
Got it.
He used to rob a lot of people out there.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, X.
Rest in peace, for real. Word
You
up.
know, I remember when he first had. I don't know if you know, but when I was out there, DMX was very popular out there. He had his first album was a mixtape. I don't know if you.
I mean, I'm familiar with the music, but I mean, like, I guess it's a demographic. I grew up more on the in my 90s. I was on Wu-Tang and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
I was on that wave.
I know, like back in the days, so music stayed in your area. So if you was from Brooklyn, likewise, you hear a lot of Jay-Z and Biggie.
Yeah.
So if you from Queens, you know, you
It
hear
was the LL Cool J. It was the Run DMC. It was
Right.
the Onyx. It was the Lost Boys.
There you go.
Cash Money Click, Ja Rule. I mean, I just know my boys who were just rocking. So shout out
Facts.
to whole QU. You know what I'm saying? Cap and Sums and
Facts.
you know like that. The Lost, you know, the whole Lost Boys crew in itself. So
Facts.
yeah, you know, like you said, yeah, I totally agree. Definitely demographical.
Yeah, so when I was out in Yonkers, it was DMX, you know what I'm saying?
Was that
The Locks
Locks?
was basically coming up, you know.
Which they were the Warlocks.
That they sure was.
That's right.
Shout out to them. They and my when I was in Yonkers, they brought a lot of celebrities out there. I remember the first time I met Case. You know what I mean? Of course, Mary J.
Legends.
Right.
Everybody who made a strong imprint, especially, and you know, we also valued our artists back then as well. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in Yonkers, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
Well, did you always love basketball?
Right. So
Were you
true.
born into like basketball?
You can say pretty much. You know, basketball was basically my first sport. You know what I mean? Ever since I was a child, I feel like since I was 5 years old, watching on TV, Lakers, Irvin Johnson,
It's the Magic himself. Huh?
right, Detroit Pistons era, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars,
All legends.
Right.
Anybody you name is pretty much a legend because we value our players. Unlike this generation, they only value the LeBrons and the
Right,
Steph
right,
Currys.
right.
We knew, you know, you say Clyde Drexler, they be like, who?
Yeah.
You be like, nah, you understand. John Stockton, you know what I'm saying? I think that everybody that was on that, was that Dream Team, the Dream Team.
Right, 92?
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember the video game. Remember the video game?
Facts.
Woo! Man, some of those things I wish I held on to
Right,
that I
right,
just
right.
don't have anymore. Okay, so you was born, but you anybody that was before you was into basketball? Did they play basketball? Or was it? How did that work out?
Really, I just fell in love with it. I didn't really have a role model as far as basketball. It's just you know the kids in the area. They play ball. You know what I mean. We used to go to the park, and I genuinely just took a loving for it. And I generally just took a loving for it.
All right. So then, you just picked up a basketball and was just on the court. And what position did you play?
Point guard, shooting guard.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be that's like Jordan, right? Because Jordan's a point guard, right?
Shooting guard.
Jordan's a shooting guard?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, so who's a point? Was it Pimpin?
No, Pimpin's
a
small
forward.
forward.
He's a small forward.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I still struggle with the. I always knew the tallest ones was the center.
right.
That's pretty much it. And I think Muggsy Bogues, he was like
Point guard.
He's a point guard. Okay, so I'm getting the shooting guards. You know, point guards. I'm starting to understand because I mean, I know how to play chess, but I wasn't really big on basketball.
Right.
And I never really had a favorite sport. I just like to watch them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so you play ball just about every day?
That's right.
Were you the type of kid who walked around carrying a basketball?
Yes, sir.
Word? Did you decorate your basketball?
No.
No, you didn't do that?
Nah.
You ain't doing that.
But definitely it was like my that was my best friend.
That's your best friend, huh?
I mean, I went to school with it.
Wilson or the Spalding? Which one?
Facts. Wilson.
Wilson? You had to have a Wilson, right?
Went to school with it. To the morning times, Yonkers is full of hills. I mean, literally dribbling the ball up the hill, waiting for the bus, dribbling the ball, getting on the bus with the ball. Basically, it was
you mastered how to spin the ball on your fingers.
Nah,
like
one thing I didn't do, you know.
One thing you didn't master yet?
Nah.
Well, ain't never too late to learn, right?
Right. Right.
As well, right? For real. All right, so besides that, was there any other sport that you played, or was it just basketball, indoor, be-all?
Football.
Football?
Yeah.
All right, so you had a liking to football. What's your favorite team?
Just a New York team, Giants.
Oh, so you one of those?
Yeah.
You anybody's from New York? Oh, you just like my brother then.
Right.
Okay, he gonna be Mets, Giants, Yankees. He's gonna ride with these teams.
That's right.
Even if they never win a championship.
They don't win a championship, right.
Knicks, you just anything New York, huh?
Good thing though. We did see the Giants win now.
Okay, you did. Okay, you got one.
We got two.
You got one.
They won
Any Yankees?
They won two. Any Yankees?
Any Yankees?
Yeah, any Yankees.
So you still holding out for the next championship?
Oh man.
Huh?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I mean, we we got a shot this year.
You know, everybody was going crazy when they saw they got that that little I'm gonna say little. Take that back.
Okay.
But they got that conference.
Oh, Western Conference.
The Western Conference. I woke up one morning. They was like, "Oh, the Knicks got a chip." I'm like, "What the hell? Like, was I asleep?"
Right.
For 15 years. I even know that they won a chip. And I was like, do you consider that a big deal? Or by this time you get what you get, huh?
Yeah.
I feel you.
I mean, you know, it can happen. You know, we can't. It's definitely opportunity this year.
Got it. All right. I see what's going on here. You know what? As we normally do, we're going to go pay a couple of bills. We're going to run a commercial break. Guys, we are live on Sever Earth. I got Jamel White in the studio. We will be back and black in the studio. You don't go nowhere. All right? Peace. It's officially 2026, and the competition is no longer coming. It's already here. You're not just competing with other artists, businesses, educators, or entrepreneurs anymore. You're competing with AI, technology that is faster, cheaper, and already steps ahead. Every single day, hundreds of people are ready to launch a new podcast. Hundreds more are preparing to speak to the world, and everyone believes that their voice is going to rise above the noise. So the real question isn't should you start. The question is, how are you going to stand out while standing in the middle of the fray? This is where execution separates amateurs from the professionals. We are a one-stop shop for audio and video production, music, podcasts, video, photography, branding, recorded, shot, edited, mixed, and even mastered, all under one roof. No confusion, no wasted time, one team, one strategy, one standard. Because in 2026, attention is currency and quality is the cost of entry. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? The world is already listening. The only question is, will they hear you? See you in the studio. Yes, sir. Back live on 7 Herb, where I'm discussing strategy, execution, and teamwork. Sometimes that T stand for technology because it's a lot of moving parts. I got my partner in here, man, Jamel White from Greedy from Da Roc. Or is it Greedy for Da Roc?
Greedy for Da Roc.
Greedy for Da Roc, because you got to make sure you greedy to grab what you got to get out of that, huh?
Big facts.
A lot of players on the court. I'll be watching them guys on the court, man. I was definitely inspired by that. And it's right across the street from me, y'all. So if you ever get a chance, you got to pull up to these games. These young boys are not playing. Is it only just boys? I haven't seen any females on the court.
No females, but I'm working on that.
Working on that, so it's going to be like another part of what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, make sure you get to these games, guys. I actually was so impressed. I even had my drone hovering over the court, catching good shots. Even took the liberty of grabbing my cameras, going out there, catching a few shots because these kids are playing. Everybody who's a part of Greedy for Da Roc, guys, I see you guys. And stay focused, do what you got to do, because I'm loving it. I love it. And it's really, really good when you could actually see some of these young boys, because I work in the school system.
That's right.
So I see some of these kids just traveling back and forth, and they seem like, yo, that's the drone dude. That's on board with the drone, on board with the cameras. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of good, too, because, having motherfuckers half my size.
That's right.
Yeah, them little boys wild out there, but I do see the talent. I see what they got going on. But before we get into all of that,
Go ahead.
I'm saying, let's go back a little bit.
All right.
So let's go back to before Greedy for Da Roc came about. You know what I'm saying? How did you navigate in real time from back then coming up to now? So how'd you navigate? Were you like in the streets hustling? Because the majority of us in the 90s,
So I started hustling. Started 13 years old. Like I said in the beginning, I had a lot of freedom. My mom's moved from Yonkers to Coney Island.
wow, that's a culture shock.
Was
it seemed like it's like wild to wild.
Um,
Wild world. Because Coney Island's no walk in the park. Everybody
Right.
see Coney Island, think of the roller coasters, and not realizing that Coney Island's
Right, yeah. It's a
you
state in
violate.
itself.
You violate. You could be thrown in that damn water.
That's right.
You right by the beach.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I used to live on 28th Street, and it's funny because my guy that I was with in high school, his name is KC. It was just weird. Like, I'm just wandering Coney Island, just trying to get myself into something, and I just bump into him. He was already in the mix of things, and he brought me to his block, which is 24th Street.
A few blocks away. Huh?
Yeah. Ocean Towers. Yeah. He was out there running around, and like I said, I just seemed to find myself in a lot of mischief, and I found myself chilling. I was selling packs. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started off. I used to work for this guy's name is, you know what I'm saying? Real cool. You know what I'm saying? We still speak to this day. Everybody from Coney Island I still talk to. These are my guys. You know what I'm saying? My man, God bless my guy Donald, who he passed away last year, actually. It was in the news, too.
Oh, wow. Condolences. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, just a little snippet. His baby mom's, I guess she felt that he was cheating. She stabbed him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's a fucked up situation. Got my guy Mikey. These are my older peers. You know what I'm saying?
These are the older peers that
Right.
showed you how to navigate and pretty much assisted in a way of, it sounds wild though, but also allowing you to be able to profit, but also keeping you covered.
Right.
That's the safe way
right.
to saying it, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so let me ask you this then. So as far as without saying too much,
Right.
when you was hustling, what did you feel why did you feel you had to be hustling, and what did hustling get you that you couldn't get from anywhere else?
I ain't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it a buck. You know, I didn't have the means to get, you know, sneakers, clothes. You know, I was just trying to figure a way. You know, and like I said, once I got around my guy KC, you know, he introduced me to all my other guys. You know, my man Jamel, my guy Melon. I'm talking about guys that I was really like in the streets with. We was breaking nights. You know what I mean? We were hustling for the older guys. You know what I'm saying? Until it's always that one person, my guy. He I don't know. He just, I guess he just got tired. You know what I'm saying? He the guy that he used to sell for, he used to send him uptown. You know what I'm saying? To go get work, and the nigga started copying his own work. And
Well, you know, I don't want you to be saying too much as far as incriminating. But
I mean,
want-
this is.
I know
was a
that's
kid.
way past the years.
Yeah,
But let me
so-
ask you this then. You know what I'm saying? While you was doing that, what lies were you telling yourself to survive that lifestyle? Because the harsh reality is, all of us who hustled, we had to lie to ourselves somehow, some way. That's a part of that's connected with trauma. We all lie to ourselves, even though we stand up and we may be honest about what we're doing. You know what I'm saying, man? We all in denial about a lot of things.
I feel like it was more anger. You know, like I said, my mom's, you know, she got high. So it was like, fuck it. She doing it. You know, I might as well sell it. You know, get what I can get from the situation and prosper from it. You know?
So then, when did you realize that the street life had an expiration date?
That's later on in life. You know, I realized when I was young, I wasn't making enough, or I made a couple of dollars, but it was just to get me by. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to put some Jordans on my feet, keep it clean, some clean clothes. But after a while, I don't know, I just seemed to fade from it. And then I started getting into other shit, like I used to do petty robberies and shit like that. This is how I ended up going to jail.
So you have been incarcerated.
Absolutely.
Really? How many times?
I'm gonna say 3 times.
Did you do jail or did you do prison? Because
I went to prison.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, my first bid was 18 months. You know what I'm saying?
That's a long time. That's a whole year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. What was that for, if you don't mind me asking?
Petty robberies. You know what I'm saying? I basically was
Stick up kid.
no. I won't say stick up kid.
That's what I think when I think of petty robbery. You know what I'm saying?
I
Around Jack. You know what I'm saying?
right. I'm just people, hardworking people coming home from work, and I'm just running down on them. You know what I'm saying? Just taking what they had. Then I go. This is in Whitecroft. by the way. This is
Just back out here in Brooklyn.
yeah, this is my transaction from Coney Island to Wyckoff.
Got it. Yeah. So it was Brooklyn, Yonkers, Coney Island, then there's Wyckoff area.
That's right.
Got it. So you was robbing people in your own neighborhood?
In the neighborhood, yeah, not in the neighborhood. So basically,
around the neighborhood.
Right.
Got it.
Used to just be hardworking people coming home from work, just running up on them, put them in chokeholds, going in their pockets. You know what I mean? Me and my guy, Barry, we used to just run around just doing petty robberies. I really didn't care what it was. The pizza man, Chinese man, people come from work, etc. Like, I was just robbing people, trying to get me a little bit of weed money, things of that nature.
So did you take responsibility and accountability for that behavior from back then? And
absolutely.
So now that you did, how long did that take in order for you to realize that that wasn't the way to be going?
2 bids.
2 bids. So you did 18 months.
So I did 18 months. I came home.
Where did you do 18 months at? In, like, local?
I was in damn, this shit feels like it's so long ago. I was in the 4 building. I did.
What's the 4 building? Is that in New York? That
Rikers Island.
Rikers Island.
Yeah.
Got it. So you did 18 months in Rikers.
No, I didn't do the whole 18 months in so basically you do your time on the island until you get sentenced, and then they send you up north.
But that time still counts.
Yes.
Got it.
Right. And
so you went up north.
Yeah, I went up north for my first bid. I was in Green. I went to Shock first. I got kicked out.
Shock program?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Couldn't take it. They were talking crazy. You know what I mean?
Talking to you like you was a bitch, huh? You ain't.
Yeah.
They disrespect the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very militant, like sergeant life.
Facts.
You might as well be in the army for all that, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
From what I was hearing, I never had to experience prison. Petty little things here and there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not enough. I mean, I had enough cousins out of my, as you can tell, I told you I had a large family as far as 8 aunts, 8 uncles. Well, my mom's being one of them. And I have a lot of cousins who did a lot of time. I mean, if I total up the years, one cousin who was sentenced to 99 years plus 99 months plus 99 weeks, they judges threw him 99 across the board.
Right.
To mentally, psychologically fuck with him. 99 across the board. I have cousins who did 17 in one clip.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then came home, went back and did another 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
the time, so the amount of years of just me being connected with them was enough for me to say, you know what, I don't have to physically experience it. I could take, like, you know, if enough people put their hand on fire and their hands on fire and it burns, I don't need to necessarily put my hands in the fire.
Right.
I don't need to push keys. I could just sell apes. You know, I have my fair share of doing things, but I never went to trying to be, you know, Don Juan and be a fucking kingpin. It just wasn't going to work in my favor.
Right.
So you did 18 months.
Then I came home.
For how long?
3 months.
So 90 days, maybe?
90 days. I came home. I was definitely trying to get myself on the right track. I used to work at this tattoo parlor in Queens Center.
Queens Center Mall?
Yeah.
Shit, that's a long time ago, huh?
Yeah.
Left Rack area?
No. Jamaica Ave.
Oh, the Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Oh, you said Queens Center Mall. You know, you say Queens Center Mall. That's Left Rack.
Oh, right.
But Coliseum, that's Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the Coliseum block.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. All right. That's not. Let me find out. Not Yaya on them, right?
No.
Okay, that's Murder Ink tattoos. Okay, those are my people. Shout out to Yaya and them. Word up. Been a long time since I saw them guys, but
Okay.
So we can
Yeah.
tattoo
So
spot in the Coliseum in South.
no, on the strip.
Okay, on that strip.
Yeah, definitely on the strip.
That spot shut down now. I heard this past
Oh
week.
yeah. They said it closing on the 31st.
Jeez, that was
Yeah. That's crazy.
the memories, dog.
Yeah. God bless my man. I call him family. His name is Daquan. When I first came home, he got me the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to keep it straight and narrow. I used to just basically hand out flyers and just get the customers to come up and get their tattoos or whatever. You know what I mean? Come up with a little certain pitch. You know, after a while, you start handing out flyers. You start coming up with a pitch, a little scheme. And the thing was the job was off the books. And my PO didn't like that.
Like a lot of jobs were.
Right. So I felt pressure because she was just basically was like, you gotta go get a job that's on the books. You know, you gotta bring pay stubs and this and that, blah 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 blah. So after the while, I felt a little pressure, and I ran from from parole.
So you was on the run.
Right. I end up in the Bronx, you know. It's to be my guy. His name is Quan. And I go right back to doing petty robberies. You know what I mean? But this is how I end up doing my second bid. So basically they was they knew these people that sold weed. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was is to go run down in the crib and take the weed and all that. So they was plotting on this for like a couple of days. And then one day I just I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit my motherfucking self. And I convinced his and his man to come with me. So we go to the weed spot and all that. Just to mind you, we had fake guns. Shit is crazy.
Not fucking BB guns, huh?
Yes, sir.
My gosh, you had
So,
fucking BB guns. But BB guns looked very, very real.
That's right.
At that time, but I never ever during my lifetime of playing with any type of metal, it was never BB guns. But that's my uncle's doings.
Facts. So now we go to the spot, and I knock on the door and everything, and as soon as they open the door, I pull the gun out, the fake gun. I'm like, yo, back up. So I start walking in the crib, and I'm thinking that the my people's, his mans was with me, walking inside the spot. Next thing I know, the door closed. You know what I mean? And I turned in there, it was so many motherfuckers in there, man. Them niggas whooped my ass. Nigga, when I you ever seen that episode with Martin?
Where he was lumped the fuck up
Nigga,
after with the boxing match.
Yes, they did me like that and still called the fucking police. Could you imagine that? And I understand, you know what I'm saying? But I almost died that day.
If you don't mind me asking, what age is that?
I was 21.
So your first bid
My first bid, I was 18.
18. So from 14, 4 years later, 18, incarcerated, doing a year and a half, come home,
Catch another robbery.
catch another robbery, and then
I did 4 years.
So then we gave you 4 years. So you
Right.
did a total of
7 years.
so a total of 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In total, yeah. And,
And you given to the system.
yeah, 7 years of my life.
So you
Crazy.
came in there, they had their way with you, which they could have
They could have killed me.
killed you and no one would even know.
Right. Well, like I said, they called the police too.
That's kind of ironic. They called the cops. A stash house
Yes.
calling the cops.
Shit is crazy.
So I mean, it sounds crazy. I don't want to go too deep, but did they like what was the plot like? If you could remember how that was, like like you realizing that you have a BB gun. You look around. So the other two they ran off
Right.
and
Left me for dead.
left you for dead. And
Damn right.
Did they torture you?
Nigga, they did me dirty. Like, they beat me with sticks. Or, I mean, I left out of there unconscious. Real talk. Took me out in the hospital. Paramedics came and all that. I don't really remember much till I got into the paramedic truck.
Really? So then, after you got out of the hospital, was it
Oh, straight to jail.
straight to jail? So they pressed charges on you.
Yes.
So the drug dealers
Press charges
pressed
on me.
charges on you for trying to rob them.
That's right.
And then, did you see the same judge?
No, I ain't see
This
the
was
same
a
thing.
different judge.
Yeah, because this
And
is
then
in the
he
Bronx.
Okay, so he sentenced you. And this happened in the Bronx.
Yeah,
You got lucky.
Yeah, pretty much. I did 2 years on the island that time, fighting my case. I personally, I don't think they showed up. You know what I mean? But I didn't know because they were offering me a lot of time. It started off with 15 years, and then they just started working their way down. And soon as I heard,
Either way, they leave it with some time. Either way, you
Right.
get it sometime.
soon as I heard a reasonable number, I jumped on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Got it.
did it.
All right. So you spent how much time then? You said 4?
Yeah, that was 4.
So you spent 18 months, then you went to 4 years.
Right.
But so that 4 years and 18 months, that's a total of 5.5 years.
Right. Correct.
Okay, but you said 7.
All right.
So you spent that time, you came out. Are you back in Brooklyn?
Yes.
Okay, so you're back in Brooklyn. Now what?
All right. Now I'm back in Brooklyn.
Was this in the same place upstate? was this
No,
elsewhere?
I was the second time I went up north. Damn, it was so long ago. I forget I know the jail was next to Canada.
Got it. But so that means it was fucking cold.
Absolutely.
Jeez, I can't even imagine. I don't want
Cayuga.
to- Got it. I don't want to
Cayuga.
imagine.
The jail's named Cayuga.
All right.
You're right.
Does that still exist?
Absolutely.
Okay. Jails don't really just
Disappear.
right?
I don't know. Shit, they make money off of you.
Pretty much so. Okay, so you came back to Brooklyn.
That's right.
When you was released, was anybody there waiting for you?
No.
No. So how'd you get back to New York?
I left from Queensboro.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And so from there, this is how I'm in Wyckoff now. All right, but Wyckoff is all my life now. So my family is basically my mom's was raised in Wyckoff. My grandmother lived in Wyckoff for over 50 years. Wyckoff has always been my life, basically. So even when I was in Yonkers, it was a back and forth thing. I was being Yonkers and back to Wyckoff. Then
So you was back and forth, back and
Right.
forth. Okay, got it. So YO, Wyckoff.
Wyckoff.
Got it.
That's right.
Okay.
Coney Island, Wyckoff.
Oh, got it.
All right.
So that was like you're like a triangle, huh?
That's right.
Got it. Because Coney Island and Wyckoff is two totally different worlds.
That's right.
As well as Yonkers. Okay, so you came home. What were you doing after that? Did you take your ass
came
back to the
home.
Bronx?
No.
You stayed away from the Bronx, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shit. Did that 4 years. I'm not gonna lie to you, those are the hardest 4 years because the 2 years that I was in there, in the Beacon, I was in the Beacon for 2 years. Fighting. 2 years. Nothing but fights. Fighting a whole bunch of Bloods and a few Crips.
You're not in a specific gang, no.
Never been in the gang.
Never been in a gang. Got it. That's good. But isn't prison more like you stick with your own, where it's more like the blacks are with the blacks, the Spanish with the Spanish, you know, the whites with the whites? Isn't that how prison?
Not on the island.
Not on the island, but
The island is like
you are with who you fuck
you
with.
in a
and that's it.
gang. You in a gang. You know your blood. You know you neutral. You know you seem to try to stay by yourself, but once again, like the Beacon is like it's more is overly populated with Bloods.
Got it.
Okay. Then there's Latin Kings in there, Crips, things in that nature. But when you go up north, so now when you up north, it's more like if you from Albany, you hang with Albany people. You know what I mean?
it.
If you from
Canada, you with the Canadians. If you're from New York, you with the New York folks.
Right.
Okay, got it. City boys and things like that.
yeah, basically, if you from Brooklyn, you hang with Brooklyn people.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the closest of a connection you can get. Okay, so you spent those 4 years, you came out, and then you did what?
Soon as I came home, I got my shit together, sort of. You know what I mean? I knew I couldn't continue living the life that I was living. You know what I mean? So I started to better myself. So, you know, I went, I got my license. You know, I was...
Driver's license?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so you can actually operate a vehicle now?
Right.
Okay.
Started working at the movie theaters right here in Linden.
The movie theater that's no longer there?
That's right.
The movie theater that's officially gone. I
Going
drove by
out,
there and was
right.
like,
It's
a fucking supermarket now.
Yeah.
Food Bazaar or something like
Food
that,
Bazaar,
right?
Food
I was
Bazaar.
like, yo, what's going on here?
Right.
I used to take a couple of females to that movie theater too back in the days, just coming from Queens. And that's my little
Hangout spot.
hangout spot.
Right.
And it was like, it's not, things are not what they used to be, right?
Right.
Got it. All right.
And then
What were you doing there?
I was a cashier.
Cashier, so you was a cashier. You wasn't making the popcorn and shit like that, right?
Nah.
Wasn't doing none of that. Okay.
And then I just simply got right back into the streets. But this time I'm selling drugs now.
Like real heavy drugs.
Absolutely.
So this ain't that petty shit anymore. Now you are
No,
putting in
now
the work, huh?
right.
I'm glad you said that. We know we're gonna put a pin on that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that's when things start to make a drastic change.
All right, yes, sir.
Okay, got it. We're gonna get to that. We're live on set with Herb. We're gonna get back with Jamel White. Stay tuned. We're live on set. officially 2026, and the competition is no longer coming. It's already here. You're not just competing with other artists, businesses, educators, or entrepreneurs anymore. You're competing with AI, technology that is faster, cheaper, and already steps ahead. Every single day, hundreds of people are ready to launch a new podcast. Hundreds more are preparing to speak to the world, and everyone believes that their voice will rise above the noise. So the real question isn't should you start. The question is, how are you going to stand out while standing in the middle of the fray? This is where execution separates amateurs from the professionals. We are a one-stop shop for audio and video production, music, podcasts, video, photography, branding, recorded, shot, edited, mixed, and even mastered, all under one roof. No confusion, no wasted time, one team, one strategy, one standard. Because in 2026, attention is currency, and quality is the cost of entry. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? The world's already listening. The only question is, will they hear you? I'll see you in the new year. I tell everybody during this part of the show, after all this time, I don't even like to say we're live on set with Irv. If they was paying attention all along, you know that I have Jamel White, from Greedy For Da Roc, live on set.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? And so we spoke about a bunch of things as far as growing up in Brooklyn, Yonkers, Coney Island, incarceration, coming back out, back to being incarcerated,
Right.
coming back out, doing petty robberies, and then coming out and then changing, but then getting back into a deeper scope as far as hustling. And this is when the hustling comes in even more.
Right.
So you say you're back to hustling into what aspect?
All right. So now I'm in Wyckoff. Like I said, my mother used drugs, my grandmother, my aunt. I didn't add that earlier. Everybody basically on my mom's side is like drug addicted. So what made me start hustling again was, when you come home, you got that extra energy. Like you said, you didn't do time, but
I never did time.
Yeah,
I never did time. Thank God.
you come home from jail, you really be feeling yourself. I'm not even going to lie.
Because you're free.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You back out here, but it's interesting because every time, I feel like every few years the music change, culture change. So when you come out, it's a whole new world.
Right.
Social media hasn't even kicked out yet.
No.
So it's still a bit of that freedom where cameras on in your face at all times.
Right.
You can navigate. You know what I'm saying? You home, couple of shorties, you bust some ass, you do all those things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you have to get to some type of money, some type of residuals.
Right.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I used to see niggas come to my grandmother's crib and selling to her. Wasn't feeling that.
Okay.
So one day, I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get me some work, and I was like, ain't nobody gonna be, selling to my family, like, basically coming to this crib no more selling. So I end up getting some work. And just had to. I just kind of stopped that situation from happening, and people used to knock on the door and just be like, they call me Greedy in the streets. I know you know her, but I haven't mentioned that. But you know you haven't mentioned that while we interviewing. So they would see me and they're like, what you doing here? I'm like, nigga, this my grandma's crib. You know what I'm saying? I just tell them like, hey, y'all niggas can't come back here no more. You know what I mean? And then once I started, you know, it just took a whole new twist. Like I just started really getting deep into it to the point where everybody, I just started to sell drugs to who and whoever. You know what I mean? And so basically I don't want to call her a fiend, but young lady, her name is Dolly. You know what I mean? She used to get high. She don't get high no more.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. She basically was like, I'm not gonna say like my worker, but she basically put me on. And when I mean put me on, she put me on. She got everybody in the neighborhood to deal with me. You know what I mean?
So you became the plug.
You
You was the man.
Right.
Okay.
She basically she was cutting niggas' throats. She was making sure that I got all the money. You know what I mean? It was to the point where everybody in every, I don't want to say fiends because I don't like to use the word fiends because my parents got high. You know, my mom's
everybody who was addicted to drugs.
right.
Claim way, it's a respectful way of pretty much.
Right.
Or anyone who had an addiction to
cocaine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Or crack cocaine. Or
Crack
was it just,
cocaine.
was it crack cocaine or was it just
Crack
cocaine?
crack
'Cause
cocaine.
I thought that crack was always for like the poor folks and cocaine was for the elite. For
Right.
those who had the money, like the
Right,
city
right,
boys
right.
and shit.
Um,
People in Manhattan, you know what I mean, had the cocaine.
Cocaine,
and,
right.
You know, the poor folks, we had to get the mayonnaise jar and
mix it up.
cook up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
She basically, man, she changed my life, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You say change, is that in a good or a bad way?
I mean, yo, I was making so much money. I used to re-up. My re-up was 5,000. I used to go get like 150 grams, 250 grams. You know what I mean? To break that all down. I used to knock that shit off in like a week and a half. You know what I mean?
Fucking moving.
And
A lot of shaking.
yes. Bought everything. Got my first car 3 months when I got home. You know what I mean? Got my first crib 8 months when I got home. Took care of her. Like I said, she used to get high. Used to get her nails, her hair done, all type of shit.
I don't want to sound disrespectful. Was that like your bottom bitch?
Shit, you might as well say that. Like,
Okay, I mean, it sounded like you had it like, you know what I mean?
right.
You know how it go, like the game is like anybody you have
Facts,
like,
though.
control, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Facts.
I mean, I had the luxury of being in the mix, but not, like I was ankles deep. I wasn't knee deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
It was a difference. I was able to pull myself out of it and dry you off quicker than someone who was like, sometimes for y'all, I was like, but that amount a week that you're pushing, that's quicksand.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I definitely was with a couple of guys. My My guy D, my man, my people fucked up because he getting high now. Shit is wild. Like, shit.
So you're still in close communication with these people, to some degree.
Yeah, we speak, but we on different timing now. You know what I'm saying?
I can believe that, especially with everything you're doing now.
Right.
So is this now? And I just have to say this because you're here. You are the first person to be on my set that's actually in a wheelchair. Is this situation connected to how thus came about?
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, how did that part play a role into where we are? So it's the hustling days that got
jealousy, too much money.
The shout out to Fat Joe, shout out to Joe Crack. BX representative. He like jealous one's envy, and then he had the Jose jealous one still envy. That's where I look at Joe. When I see the word Joe, jealous one's envy.
Yes.
So was it that you had your cup of Joe?
Right. You might as well say.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So how did that come about? Was that all connected around the same time? And because you said it was, how far apart was that until circumstances?
Had a nice little run. I'm gonna say about 4 years. Shit. Made money. As I was making money, I was bettering myself. This is I end up getting my CDL.
Driving trucks?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay.
Paid for it.
So you
out
know
of
how to
pocket.
drive trucks and all that, huh?
Well, I know how to drive trucks, but I can't drive trucks now.
Okay.
Due to my situation.
Okay.
Man, and that hurts me the most. Like, I made a lot of money, and I always had this perspective in my mind, like, I can't do this forever. You know what I mean? So it's crazy because I was married. You know what I mean? To my high school sweetheart, and I did a lot of tricking. I basically I used to pay a mom's mortgage and fucking buying. I made so much money, like I wasn't doing the right shit with it.
This is the middle 90s?
No, this is 2006.
Oh wow! Because I remember my hustling days of the mid 90s. I mean, I remember one of my mentors at the time was telling me, if you can make $1,000 a day, you all right. So that was my mission, a grand daily.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gotta make a grand daily. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
Right.
So you think about $1,000 a day. I mean, at the end of the week, I'm looking at a good 7,000. You know what I'm saying? Anything between 65 and 7, anything over 7,000, you was like, I came up.
That's right.
And that's a lot. Because you look at how many days we have in a week.
Right.
If you're making $1,000, I mean, you're making over $250,000 when you look at it. But because, like you said, tricking and giving money and doing that, you don't realize that.
Right.
You ain't paying no taxes on this shit.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, and where the fuck did $200,000 go when I'm not even wearing Levi jeans?
That's right.
Like, it was interesting how when you look at how money was back then to now. So if you say in the year 2000s, that's what only was about 20 years ago, less than that. You say 2020. We said 2000 what?
Because I got injured in 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
So you was hustling, and if you don't mind me asking, do you remember that? You remember the day that? How did you get injured?
Oh, all right. So
Because it was hustling related.
yes, absolutely. So basically, I gotta rewind a little bit to when I got my CDL, and when I got my CDL, I basically saved about $10,000. You know what I mean? I felt like, you know, I had everything. I had clothes. I had everything that I
Materialistic things that
right.
mattered to,
car,
the materialistic things.
and I ended up getting married.
So okay, so you was married or you are married?
No, divorced now.
Okay, so you was married.
Right.
Okay.
I ended up moving to Jersey, and I had stopped selling drugs because now I'm driving trucks.
So you actually did get into getting your CDL license, and you're now driving trucks. And,
Right. I was working for a private sanitation company.
Okay.
Making good money, but no disrespect to her, but I feel like I just, you know, it's when this is my high school sweetheart, you know what I mean? I was really in love, but just wasn't really paying attention to the ins and outs. I got with her, you know, started making good money, started sharing the same bank account. And my money was like dwindling, like, you know what I mean? And basically I'm just like trying to figure out like where the fuck the money at.
So having a joint account.
Right.
Okay. So she got used to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah, well, she was already used to that lifestyle. And
Before
it's just,
you?
yeah, it's just keeping up, you know, with the Joneses. End up getting broke because what she was doing was taking the money, and no disrespect to her, you know what I'm saying? Because I never know, she might watch this shit. And
Transferring it elsewhere?
no, she was paying her bills with the money that we supposed to be saving.
Got it.
And that pretty much end up with me just trying to figure out a way now, because I started taking on her issues and making it my issues. You know what I mean? And then we was living in Jersey. Life good. She got a car, I got a car. We both got everything. House immaculate. Brand new sofas, TVs, all type of shit I done spent. You know what I mean? And then we out there, Jersey. Everything is pretty much good until I started having issues with my PO. And then I ended up moving back to Brooklyn. And as I'm moving back to Brooklyn, you know, I start looking at my money issues, you know what I mean? And then I started really, the money just, it was disappearing. So we moved from Jersey, then we moved back to Brooklyn. As me and my brother, we had a apartment together. We ended up moving back into that apartment, and then of course, you're in relationships. comes with a lot of argument, fussing, and fighting. And from there, I left her and went back to Wyckoff. And then, as soon as I got back to Wyckoff, it was just easily just to get back into the rhythm of things.
Back to hustling.
Right.
Okay.
And then, basically, things changed. I was gone for a little bit, but as soon as I got back, it was like, shit, greedy back. You know what I mean? I never mentioned, I had a guy. His name was too. So they basically was like my workers. Let's just say it like that. So basically, what they would do, what I was having them do is, well, they bring the clientele to me, I take care of them, and
Breaking up a piece of percentage.
yeah, pretty much. Cause I'm trying to get back into the situation as when I got back to Wyckoff and to this.
So you meet back up with them and started connecting and building from there.
Right.
Okay.
So I was driving trucks, and I got into a major truck accident. I killed somebody in the truck.
Wow.
All right. And mentally, my mind was fucked up. You know what I mean? And I'm still doing shit in the streets. You know what I mean? And then shit. I knew I had a lot of niggas didn't like me in Wyckoff because of the like I said, I was the money, like is you know, I was really like, I'm not gonna say stopping people from eating, but as soon as I step on the scene, like, it was just like everybody just coming to Greedy.
Everybody residual started to get a whole lot low because, yeah, what they had wasn't there.
That's right.
Courtesy of others. So that's when the cup of Joe come in.
Mm-hmm.
The cup of the jealous one's envy.
Thank you. So basically, the day when I got shot, I got into the truck accident. My mind wasn't right.
That was the same day?
No. It was the truck accident was 2 weeks prior for me getting shot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
did you lose your job for that?
no, I didn't actually lose my damn job. Shit. They just demoted me from they basically put me on a probation stage from driving the trucks. You know what I mean? But the issue wasn't the it was more so home, because I hate to talk about my ex-wife in this fashion, but I felt she didn't really care more about what was going on with the truck situation. It was more about our relationship, because you know, I cheated on my ex-wife, you know what I mean? And the person that I cheated with spread rumors saying that I had babies by her. I feel like she wasn't on my side, like my ex-wife. I felt like, and that's women. You know what I mean? They basically it's more of an emotional thing.
Well, that's men and women depending on the caliber of individual.
Right.
Some men aren't built strong. That's why we got the word bitch niggas as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it goes
right.
both ways, not just to put it on women. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes aren't built to hold water as well. You know what I'm saying? So that goes on both parts.
Right.
But women are labeled as more emotional.
Right.
Yeah. Got it. Understand.
So, long story short, the day when I got shot, and the little nigga that shot me, he don't really know me. This is, and I still, mentally, just my mind just be thinking about this shit. You know what I mean? So the day when I got shot, God bless my man. I'm so many God blesses, like people just dying. You know what I mean?
understand what you mean. I got a book of obituaries that it boggles me to realize I got an envelope. It's just like how many, I haven't even realized how many people I've done lost in my lifetime. In just 43 years.
Yeah, so my guy's name was Jason. He's from North Carolina. He came up here with his baby moms. This wasn't his baby moms at the time, but he came to New York, and he basically wanted me to show him around the town. So, he came to New York mad times. It was his baby mom's. She didn't. So, we went places, 42nd Street.
The usual go-to spots.
Yeah, things like that. We had a
tourist attraction. Huh?
Right. All this happened the day when I got shot. So now, at the end of the night, I'm supposed to get up with my ex-wife. You know what I mean?
You got divorced at that time?
No. We wasn't divorced.
Oh, that was still together, but
yeah.
Just
I just recently got divorced 2 years ago.
Okay, so the things was just strained, but you was getting up with her.
Right.
Got it.
All right. So, long story short, we in Wyckoff. I'm in my room. I'm in my grandmother's room. She had passed away. It's me, him, his baby moms. My phone ring. It's my ex-wife. She hears noise in the background. Next thing she knows, she says, who's that girl in the background? Now, like I said, remind you, we've been arguing, arguing.
A lot of back and forths.
And it's mainly about this girl that said that she had kids by me. You know what I mean? So once she said that, it changed my mental, you know what I'm saying? I just instantly was like, oh nah, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I ain't going to get up with you today. You know what I mean? No more. And I basically was fucking pissed off to the point where I wanted to fuck something up. And so basically I told Jason, I was walking him to the train station because it was just where he was out here for one day. You know what I mean? Just to give his baby mom sightseeing or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I walked him to the train station, and I come back trying to find me some weed, and to give me some weed, smoke a few L's. Next thing I know, Llama calls me. So what I was doing in Wyckoff was, my second time around back in Wyckoff, I was doing double ups. I don't know if you know what double ups is. So double ups is basically, you give me $50, I give you $100 worth of work. That's how that worked. So
And then they would go get that and then come back with some, or
so they sell it. They come back with me. You give me $100, I'll give you $200 worth of work. Cause I didn't want to be out there like really selling nickels and dimes.
okay, because I guess I have a different definition of work. When I was doing my hustling days, not to incriminate myself,
Yeah.
though the times I used to take, and hear me out, because it's some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take.
Okay. Right.
It was really, really. And go pitch it.
Right.
That's the Bronx to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know I done received my karma back. So that's why I navigate how I do as far as being a public educator and figuring out ways. But yeah, so me, I would, look at that as, and that's how I was doubling up my money. But I guess I have a different definition for me. Because, I'm
Right.
I reside in Brooklyn. But different words, different definitions, but still, staying out the way.
Facts.
Got it.
All right. So now normally what I would do is I would have Llama or Dolly meet me, and I would give them the work, and they'll go give it to whoever they got to give it to. But being that me and her had that argument, I took it upon myself and say, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it to her myself. So, it was this lady, her name is Pat. She lived on the 18th floor. And I basically went up there. So I meet Llama. I give him the work. And I leave. So as I leave, I go to the elevator. And the little nigga who shot me, I'm not giving him no credit on names, you know what I mean? He basically walked by me, and I walked into the elevator. So I'm, in my mind, I'm just so heated. I'm like, yo, little nigga, I heard you talking about me. So he turned around and he like, yeah, I got 14 grams. So I said, so what? So the nigga backed out the gun. And I'm sitting there smiling like nigga, what the fuck you gonna do with that? So he like kind of clicked it, like, you know what I mean? He ain't shoot it, but he basically like
Flashed it?
He flinching it, like, you know what I mean? So basically, if you see a nigga who got a gun, what's your first instance?
You asking me, for real?
Yes, I'm asking you. If somebody pulls a gun out on you, what's your first instance?
We're going to put a pin in that.
All right.
We live on Severed Earth. Jamel White. It's officially 2026, and the competition is no longer coming, y'all. It's already here. You're not just competing with other artists, businesses, educators, or entrepreneurs anymore. You're competing with AI, technology that is faster, cheaper, and already steps ahead. Every single day, hundreds of people are ready to launch a new podcast. Hundreds more are preparing to speak to the world, and everyone believes that their voice will rise above the noise. So the real question isn't should you start. The question is, how are you going to stand out while standing in the middle of the fray? This is where execution separates amateurs from the professionals. We are a one-stop shop for audio and video production, music, podcasts, video, photography, branding, recorded, shot, edited, mixed, and even mastered, all under one roof. No confusion, no wasted time, just one team, one strategy, one standard. Because in 2026, attention is currency and quality is the cost of entry. So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? The world's already listening. The only question is, will they hear you? I'll see you in the studio. So you was asking me.
Right. So if
Someone pulls a
gun on you, what's your first instance?
Well, I was raised when they pull out, you pull out and you squeeze regardless.
Okay.
That's how the great philosopher Christopher Wallace, fuck the luck shit, strictly aim. So that's the reason why I say you don't never pull it out unless you're going to use that bitch.
Right.
Yeah, so you familiar with that saying.
But I'm saying, if somebody pulls a gun out on you, what would be your first instance?
They didn't squeeze right away?
Right.
Did they blink?
No.
Then I would probably say you got it.
Okay.
I would try to diffuse the situation.
All right.
So
what I did was I
rushed him?
Rushed him. So now he basically got the gun and he's...
Come up on here. I don't want you to
He's basically got the gun. He's back.
pointing at you.
Yeah, like,
Did
so...
you aim to... when you rushed him, did you rush to move the hammer at the same time?
I grabbed the hammer. I actually had the gun in my hand. We both tussling for the shit.
Got it.
And then this shit go off. Boom. And that's when this shit hit me. My neck. I don't know if you could see it. I got a little ass dot. You know what I mean? With a 380.
380, jeez. That's the first hammer that... I see it.
Yeah.
To school, in high school, to Andrew Jackson. I stole my uncle's...
Damn. So, soon as he hit me, instantly I dropped, hit the floor, and I already felt, I lost my legs or whatever. So once he hit me, I instantly felt I lost my legs. Instantly.
So you dropped?
Dropped instantly. Boom. Felt like my soul was leaving my legs. Like, shit was crazy. Felt it abnormal. So once I hit the floor, he just basically just kept running. He turned around, he looked at me and kept on going. So I'm on the floor now, and then I crawled to her name is Val and Taby. I crawled to their door. I knock on this shit, told them I got hit. And they opened the door, they called the paramedics for me. And I went to the hospital. And I don't even remember. As much drugs they filled me up, I don't even remember what happened, like, in the hospital. I remember when I was in the apartment and everything, but when I got to the hospital, whatever they was feeding me, like, I don't even remember the experience in the hospital. Like, that's how much drugs they was giving me.
So do you, when the doctors told you that you are going to be paralyzed, what was the first thought that hit you then?
I was just in my head. I was like, man, fuck, I fucked up my CDL. I ain't gonna be able to drive trucks. That was the only thing I was thinking about. Me not being able to drive trucks.
Did you feel anger, regret, guilt, or was it all at once?
Yeah. So, of course, in my head, you know, I want to redeem myself and catch that little nigga. And at the same time, I'm thinking about life, like, because I was in a state of shock. You know, and to be honest, I was in a state of shock for like a good 8 years. You know what I mean? It took a long time to rebound. You know what I mean? Between the drama with my ex-wife and that situation and then friends, you know what I mean? I started seeing shit from a distance, like people changing. It, you know, it kind of took a toll on me.
So what was harder? The physical acceptance of knowing that you're physically paralyzed, or the mental shift that you know you had to now make?
I think more of the mental shift because I was depressed. You know what I mean? It took a while to get out of that depressed stage. I'm not like this. It took a while, like years. Me trying to figure out what's my next move. What can I do? Just trying to figure out things, man.
So during your recovering in all of those years, who showed up for you and who disappeared?
Of course, my brother, Chappelle.
Shout out to Chappelle. He was always there. He seemed like he's not going anywhere.
No,
Even like to this process of even assisting you coming to the studio.
that's right. That's my
Getting
twin
shot,
brother.
And you're a twin.
Right.
So who was born first? Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell he seemed like he came out first to the world, huh? Like he oversees things, huh? A little bit, huh? All right, well, shout out to Chappelle, man. I mean, I appreciate him. It's funny because seeing him over the time at the games, I never knew that was your actual twin brother.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Chappelle, always in your corner.
Right.
Anybody else?
I could say my ex-wife was there for me. You know what I mean? I can't really think of too much people, like, you know, that hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Until I actually got over the stigma and I end up realizing that is more to life behind this chair. And that's when I started to work on driving. You know what I mean?
So a new way of navigating a vehicle.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I didn't think that I would be able to drive. You know what I mean?
Because that's a part of the next question. I was gonna ask, at what point, did you realize that this isn't the end for me?
I would believe. Are you asking for a year or?
I mean, no, not necessarily the year, but did you realize, like, Like when you're saying, you know what, you had to realize you had to start driving and moving and navigating. That sounds like that's that part when you start to begin. This isn't the end of my life. I can still do things.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I had to rehab myself. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I had to condition myself to understand that, you're in a wheelchair, this is going to be your life. You know what I mean? You got to figure it out and navigate it. And once I understood that, that's what made me, okay, I can drive a car still. Now I have to learn how to drive the car. Just figuring things, just trying to, just trying to figure ways because, like I said, I was depressed.
So that the part when you begin to channel your anger and frustration into all new ways of bettering yourself?
Right.
Okay.
And I started conditioning myself. My guy D, he basically took me out that rut, and he was like, "Yo, we gotta go work out." You know what I mean? Started working out together.
You said D?
Yeah.
Shout out to D.
Mm-hmm.
So that pretty much goes to the so what does accountability looks like for you now?
That's a good one. Accountability is acceptance. Knowing I made mistakes in life, and I'm able to own up to them now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in this stage of life. You know what I mean? Because I'm dealing with kids now, so I basically try to breach off my story to them, so that way they don't end up in the same position that I'm in.
What kept you from becoming bitter? Or do you feel as if you healed from that?
I never was bitter. I've never been a bitter person.
Even with like realizing that you're paralyzed and now you have to
Yeah.
navigate through it, you was able to just
Accept.
So that was easy. Was it not that it's easy, but you was willing to accept what you couldn't change,
Right.
and then
Understood. And like I said, it was just a depressed stage. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do nothing at sometimes, and let me give a big shout out to D. I'm not even, you know what I mean, because by him even just he basically brought me out the house and was like, we gotta go work out. You know what I mean? We literally in the gym, pull-ups, push-ups, and dips. He's helping me. I'm feeling a little embarrassed because, I gotta do push-ups. Now I gotta get on the ground. And he's like, yo, Greedy, gonna do it. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. You know what I mean? He helped out a lot. You know what I mean? Hands down.
well, shout out to D,
Mm-hmm.
most definitely, because I know we all need a friend like that allows us to become better and push us.
Right.
Even those days where we don't even want to get out the bed, want to sit in the room of darkness, because I know I didn't have my highs and lows, my trials and tribulations as well. And everybody use the word trials and tribulations, but then they don't really have those real thorough trials and tribulations. They just have moments of unfortunate circumstances.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to D, definitely, you know what I'm saying? And without, has D been at the games?
Oh, yeah. You seen them before.
I mean, it's so many faces, and like because
Yeah.
I'm like, when you come across a bunch of people,
hell yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't know people's names. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But everybody know, like, people seem like, oh, you doing the drones?
Right,
Cameras,
right,
and
right,
clearly
right.
you're connected to Greedy. Somehow, some way, you're connected to Greedy for Da Roc. So, I kind of get a indirect pass without, you know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go.
Right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So shout out to D. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure, we're locking even more as far as that. But adding to that, you mentioned for the children. So how did it go from that to Greedy for Da Roc?
All right.
Because D was into basketball as well.
No.
No.
He not a basketball.
He's not a
I mean, he
basketball-
watches basketball, but
Okay.
he didn't play it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But so basically, what made me start up the basketball program was my relationship. It was going downhill, and I needed something to take my mind off what was going on inside of my home. So I just basically was like, I want to start a basketball tournament. You know what I mean? And I basically, once again, I don't want to talk bad about, my ex-wife. You know what I mean? Because I don't,
You don't have to.
yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying, man? But you can definitely say that after those circumstances, you decided to navigate into a new realm. So that was labeled as far as coaching.
right.
So then let me ask you this then.
Go ahead.
Why was coaching the youth a non-negotiable for the part of your journey?
So basically, it's pretty much not no opportunity out here for these kids.
I totally agree to that.
You know what I mean? A lot of kids have money literacy. As you can see, when I was explaining to you, when I started getting money, I could have had, thousands. I mean, probably fucking $1 million if I would have, you know what I mean, understood the value of money. You know what I mean? But most kids, when they get money, the first thing they want to do is spend it.
Isn't that all of us?
Right.
Money get hot in the pockets, huh?
That's right. And I feel like, this is just the avenue of what I'm doing with this basketball thing. You know what I mean? I have a bigger broad behind it. So, basically what I want to do is to give opportunities to kids, because some of these kids feel trapped. Some of them feel like there ain't no way out.
Because for some there isn't either.
Right. But if there's a way where what I want to do is this near future, I want to get a facility where I can teach kids trades, money literacy. You know what I mean? Teach them about credit,
Stocks, everything that comes along with that, right?
correct.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's put a quick pin in that. And we're going to go to commercial break because, we got to pay the bills. That's the harsh reality of having a show. But we're live on Set with Irv, Jamel White, Greedy for Da Roc. And as you can see, now we're getting even deeper. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. not telling you who I am because you should know by now. I'm not telling you who you're with because you should know by now. But if you need to know what we're talking about the youth. We're talking about how we building them up. And talking about having facilities and a place where they can go, like Cheers, where everybody knows their name. Where for those who may not have a home or have that place where they need to have an escape, they could always go to a facility where they can learn about making money legit, having stocks, knowing how to save, knowing how to not give money, knowing how to get 100, knowing how to invest it into things that's going to make a better, more positive, stronger tomorrow. And we're having that conversation with Mr. White himself, Mr. Jamel White, Greedy for Da Roc. And we was talking about having that facility for those kids who don't know how to navigate in real time, who may think about wanting to get into hustling and, you know, that peer pressure that happens in the year of 2026, where it's so easy to get into things and hard as hell to get out of it. So if you're doing that, you decided to start Greedy for Da Roc.
Right.
Did you start that by yourself?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah? So where did the name Greedy for Da Roc come about? How did that come about?
I don't know. I was just playing with names, and then I just felt like I should stick my street name into the title, but the Greedy for Da Roc is basically it's like a defensive aspect of it when it comes to basketball.
And that's funny you mentioned that, because over the years, I've always heard people say, and I'm gonna keep it real, I always heard niggas in the court, damn yo, you mad Greedy for Da Roc. Damn, pass the ball. Give me the ball. This nigga greedy. Every time I get the ball, you wanna shoot the shit. Fuck wrong with you? Get the ball. Greedy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what, and you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because there's always one or two players who, once they get the ball, they shoot the ball from half court.
Right.
Trying to be extra. And they down by like 10 points. Come on, man. I'm wide open. And we know, for those, if you don't know, that the basketball is also the rock. And people who are hard and greedy for the rock. So when I read that name, I'm like, greedy for the basketball? Or having that need to always want to have control of the ball, which could be in handle, in offense, defense. So, I mean, it's such a genius name. But it made me want, now that I have you here, I can ask you, how did that name come about? Because clearly you took your name and implemented it into
basketball. Right.
Okay. Where do you remember where you were when you came up with that name?
Not really, but like I said, I was just going through a couple of titles, and I felt like that one stick out the most.
Yeah, it is a really, really solid name. You can't really, there's nothing else that you really can, as far as street ball, from street ball to the N1s to the Harlem Globetrotters to the NBA. There's not one person who doesn't acknowledge having some type of greed for the rock, because everybody had or owned their own basketball somehow, some way. Got it. Okay.
So true.
So you came up with Greedy for Da Roc. And what else? How did that come about? So you came up with Greedy for Da Roc, and then you decided to make it courtesy of just the youth basketball?
Right. Okay. So basically when I started, I wanted to focus more on the kids. So how it started was I didn't have a team. So my guy Ruga told me to get up with a gentleman by the name of Goo that lives in this area.
Ruga's not from Queens, right?
Nah.
Okay, because a few you said that name.
Yeah. Ruga actually works for Man Up.
Got it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Man Up as well.
yeah, he put me in the direction of Goo, and shout out to Goo. Goo basically helped me structure the program.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so basically, when we started, we started with 8 teams, and it was just me and him in the beginning, and then
Recruiting everybody, recruiting kids in the neighborhood.
yeah,
Okay.
we basically got people from the neighborhood. We gave them T-shirts, told them to come with their kids. You know what I mean? And it basically started that way. And then as the tournament was going on, Goo ended up introducing me to the guys that you see today, which is
Okay.
Noon and Johnny.
Shout out to Noon. Shout out to Johnny.
All right.
Those are my guys right there.
Right.
I love them guys, man. I swear the way they represent out there, just that energy alone is enough to like. That was it. Cause I believe it or not, I'm not that far from the park.
Facts.
And that speaker, I'm hearing Noon's voice.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck is going on outside right now? You see the crowd outside?
Right.
Let me just walk over there. But me, that's my problem. I just can't walk over there because me, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I could be in Cali. I'm in New Orleans. I'm grabbing the camera.
Right,
Because I
right.
document. So when I'm walking over there, it's easy to catch that. And I think that's what also allowed them, because when they see the shots, they're like, all right, I see you. So shout out to Noon. Shout out to Johnny. Those are my guys right there as well.
Facts.
And the rest of the guys out there too, the coaches
Right.
who pull up. I don't got all their names down pat. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's my light-skinned guy, the light-skinned dude, short curly hair, the other dude with the dreads. You know what I'm saying? It's the boys. When we see each other, it's more like, what up, G's? But I don't got all the names down, but some of the coaches, them guys are really, really cool. They're phenomenal. They got great energy. And even the staff, the ladies over there cooking the food.
Right, that's my little cousin.
Shout out to your cousins, you know what I
Right,
mean? They
Fatima,
all show
Fatima.
love. You know what I'm saying? Got the grill out there because you have
Facts.
a whole production going on out
Right.
there.
So yeah, so basically you know, they like I said, Goo introduced me to them, and they've been with me ever since. Oh, can't forget about Jamal. I forgot about Jamal too. All right.
So many folks. Now you
Right.
now the names is on the now the faces pop up when
Right.
you start talking about it, right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So you know, they've been with me since day one, and now we're going on 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, only 4 years.
That's
yeah.
interesting because I mean I've been here in this area for about 8, and you're right. Yeah, because like it just being able to see it,
Right.
like just evolve.
We actually the tournament actually started when they rebuilt the park. So you know, we're going on our 4th year. Now we're doing winter tournaments. We partner with the Beacon program. You know what I mean?
That's more like indoors, right?
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you, what are some of the challenges that you face when you're dealing with running a league that's close to being all year round in New York City? So with weather like this, where there's snow all over the place and the floor is slippery, that means you at least have access to indoor facilities
Correct.
to assist, to continue the process, the events.
Right.
Got it.
So basically, we partner with the Beacon. Everybody know this lady in Brownsville. Her name is Miss Johnson.
Shout out to Ms. Johnson.
Right. She gave me an opportunity to continue my program through her Beacon program.
Beautiful.
And this is our 2nd year doing the winter tournament. We just finished the tournament this Friday that just passed. shout out to the two teams that won, Tribe Stars and Supreme Bucks.
And that was this past week, right?
This past Friday.
They got the trophies and all that, right?
Absolutely.
I was watching something on Instagram. You see, last week I got caught up, and it was the Saturday. I was gonna pull up on a Saturday around 6 o'clock. Until I realized the event was done already.
Right.
But let me ask you this though, because it's interesting. I noticed that even inside the parks, you know what I'm saying? Because we are in New York, we're in Brooklyn,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And what's interesting is I know that a lot of these kids come from hard beginnings,
right?
But how are you able to keep these events safe, disciplined, and structured?
Oh, so basically, I work with Communities Affairs, P.O. Torres. He basically keeping the police in the area. You know what I mean? So we don't get any crash outs or burnouts.
It's indoors and outdoors.
Indoors, school safety.
Okay. Shout out to school safety. A lot of people give them a wild stigma as if they're not police, but
but
safety is safety, structure is structure, right?
Right. But we at a stage now where the community respect what we doing.
Very
you know
much
what
so.
I mean? It's not like we get fundings and stuff like that. Everything we do out of pocket, you know what I mean? They respect what we do. When like you said, you see my little cousin, she's at the grill.
Always
when
showing love, always offering. It's more like I see you helping the family, you helping the progression. You hungry? Here. Burger, he always offering, which I'm appreciative. So shout out to them as well. That's a female cousin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to myself. What's her name?
Fatima.
Shout out to Fatima.
Queen.
Shout out to Queen Fatima, yeah. Because they always show love. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, guys, you got to come up to a game.
Right.
I mean, burgers is juicy. Food is fresh. They even had the ice. The
ices.
Had the ices out there. I was like, man, ain't none of that they ain't doing over here, huh?
Right.
So let me ask you this, but you mentioned the funding. Is that what separates you from the other leagues?
Absolutely.
That you're pretty much putting all of this out of pocket?
Out of pocket. Of course, registration, they plays to participate in the tournament. But
each
we
player
don't
plays to register.
Not the players, the coaches.
The coaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
They basically we don't charge them crazy or whatever, you know what I mean? Because we understand life situations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? For say, so like the grill and stuff like that, when anytime they purchase or whatever, that doesn't go to our pocket. We take that money and we put it right back into the program.
That's beautiful. And that's the one thing I noticed too. Like my boys mentioned as well. That's what that's how you can define real entrepreneurship, when anything that you get has to go right back into
the program.
It has to go back into the actual work itself.
Number
so
one.
let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
And what are one of the proudest moments that you had from watching your players, plural, players and teams grow? What are some of the proudest moments that you had watching during this?
I just love the fact when they come back to me and they thank me and they appreciate the work that we put in.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Because, in life, period, you know what I'm saying? Appreciation is not really given. It's always takers, you know what I mean? And just the fact that they just come back and they like, yo, I appreciate everything you do. You know, some of them come back with life-changing experiences and they're doing good. You know what I
And it's
mean?
interesting because some of the players that I've talked to just on the sideline, and I wish that I had it recorded, was like, yo, man, like coach is giving me a second chance. And it makes me wonder where it's like, damn, so people before frowned upon you or didn't want you to join their basketball team,
Right.
maybe because of your behavior. So it seemed like you don't discriminate.
Right.
So so clearly you believe in second chances.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Forgiveness is first.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know, so you got to forgive. You know what I mean?
So how would you define redemption?
That's a good one. Re, re, that's a good one.
Got your tongue twisted a little bit.
Just threw me off on that one. But
I could ask it a different way if you need me to.
I feel like redemption is like the bounce back of what we putting out. So if I'm putting out good energy and people respect it and they giving it back, and
That's a full circle moment for you.
right.
So is that pretty much connected to when I ask, what does it mean to be a role model to these kids in these times of need? How does
Right.
that feel for you? Because you are a role model.
Right, absolutely.
Can't avoid that.
Right.
You are literally defining success in a way that others aren't able to. Because a lot of people say things that they want to do, but you
It is.
actually taking it and pouring back into the community is second to none. So how do you receive that as being a role model? Do you feel as if you get your flowers?
Appreciative all day. Like I said, when they come back to me and they thank me, and you know, the respect level, you know what I mean? And you know, doing this program, like in the beginning, you might meet somebody and they're a knucklehead, you know what I mean? And then
Some of them that was extra greedy for the rock on the court that I came across.
and then now to today, you see them and they're growing and they're maturing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's heartwarming, you know what I mean?
Beautiful. So what are some of the biggest misconceptions that they have about reformed hustlers? Because some of your players, they out there hustling. They're trying to figure out a way. And some people, sometimes we hear the word hustler, and they think that, oh my God, I got to be out there doing something negative. Nah, hustling is just a state of mind.
Right.
So what are some of the biggest misconceptions as far as being a reformed hustler?
Damn, that's a good one too.
Well, I mean, I do what I'm able to. You know what I'm saying?
Biggest misconception. Wow, I wouldn't even know how to answer that one.
I could back it up with another good question.
Go ahead.
Cool. Well, then with that being said, or that being unanswered yet, you can
Okay.
definitely answer this one. Then I'm basically asking, how do you want your players to describe you when they get older, when they get to college, when they get to the D League, when they get to the NBA? How do you want them to describe you?
I want them to describe me as a person that gave them opportunity, a person that believed in them. More so the trust. And because like I said, a lot of people, they feel like there's no way out of this situation. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm just trying to show him like you can do it. You can go to school. You know, because everybody's not gonna make it to the league. You know what I mean? But it ain't about making it to the league. It's more so about having an idea what you want to do after basketball. You know what I mean? It's plenty of opportunities out here. You know, you know, you ain't got to sit behind a desk, but if you happen to be your job, then so be it. But you know, also you can drive trucks, you could do construction. So much opportunity out here, and I just want to tell these kids or show these kids that, you know, whatever you put your mind to, you know, just focus on the goal and get it done.
Mm-hmm. I respect that, and I love that. It sounds wild though, but how I see you, I see you, and I mean this, at so many basketball games, wearing so many different jerseys. Your old Greedy For Da Roc players, still rolling.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that's what God offers you, but being at all of these different D-League games, NBA games, there, front and center, courtside,
Right.
with their jerseys on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see that. Because a lot of these boys, a lot of these young bulls, they have the potential.
Right.
And if they stick with it, they'll realize that, you know what I'm saying? Johnny, you know what I'm saying? What Noon, what, you know what I'm saying? What everybody is offering.
Right.
That if they just stick with it, it can happen.
Right.
But they have to do it. That's their part.
That's right.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
What is a question that people should ask you but they never did? Besides the ones that I just asked you.
The question that they should ask me. I would more so say my upbringing, life generally. What is it that keep me ticking? What makes me continue to do what I do today?
I'm glad you said that because I have a few more questions, but I'm going to put a pin on that. We're live on Sarah Irv. We're not done yet, but as you can see, we're tapped in now. Greedy For Da Roc, Jamel White. And you have to be greedy about anything, be greedy for what you actually love. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Yeah, we live on Sarah Irv, and I have Greedy For Da Roc King in the studio, Mr. Jamel White. Sir, as we spiral around and we done tapped into a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? What do you want people to know about Greedy For Da Roc? At the end of it all, how do you want people to view you and the brand?
I want to be recognized as a program. Well, basically the tournament itself. Of course, I wanted to get big, like a Gersh or Zone 6 or Dykeman. You know, that's a goal, beyond a goal one of these days. But outside of that, you know, I want to be able to, in the next couple of years, open up like a little small facility where I can teach kids trades, values, money literacy. I want to be able to leave that stamp, because, like I said, it's more than basketball. You know what I mean? It's just opportunity, which the majority of these kids need. And I want to be able to be one of those people that was able to give opportunity to the kids and so forth.
So while people are watching this, what do you want? What do you want your story to interrupt in people's perception of what Greedy for Da Roc means? Because people can have a negative view of what Greedy for Da Roc is. They hear the word greedy, they may think of it in a negative connotation. So how do you want people to view when they hear the name Greedy for Da Roc?
Best thing on earth.
Sound like Ringling Brothers, huh? Ringling talent all over the place,
Yeah.
huh? Believe it.
We ain't.
All right.
Also, you know, I use this word or not. No disrespect to any of the other programs out there, you know, because there's programs out there, they just doing basketball tournaments and they money grabbing. They don't care about the kids. It's all about their pockets. We not out here doing that. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, a bulk of the money that goes towards the program comes from our pockets.
Out of pocket and right back into the program.
That's right.
Expect it.
You know, we give back. You know what I mean? You know, this year, we're going in this year. Trophies, All-Star game. We do All-Star game every year. Oh, I cannot forget about our Father's Day event that we're doing this year too. We're partnering up with a couple of programs and trying to make this year's Father's event a little bit bigger than how it's been for the past 2 years. Mainly why we do the Father's Day event is because we need to emphasize the men out here, because I'm just gonna keep it real. It's not a lot of real men out here, but the ones that's out here, we need to put a shine on them.
Put a spotlight on them.
Yes.
There's a group that's in Queens that I've seen called Faith.
Okay.
It's like it's acronym for Fathers Are in the Hood. And it's a beautiful group that I've seen. I was able to be a part of an event, you know what I mean? And I seen how they were just navigating, and it was very, very tight-knit, a group of community. So I respect that.
Right.
There's something that I did see online that I have to give you as far as rapid fire. So just give me one or the other.
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
All right. Favorite NBA basketball player growing up?
Penny Hardaway.
Oh, Penny. So that means you owned those $200 sneakers when they first came
Once
out.
again, like I told you, I ain't have it like that now. So
Okay, but you didn't have it at that time, huh?
I was watching them from a distance on somebody else's feet. It was a dream. To have
That's
them
my
on.
cousin. My cousin had them. And I was like, "You pay what? How much you pay for those?"
But once I got older, I grabbed a pair of those. So that's it.
Oh, so you definitely got your fair
Yes,
share of it.
definitely.
I never owned a pair of them yet.
Mm-hmm.
Point guard or shooting guard?
Point guard,
Okay. Handles or defense?
defense,
Lockdown D or clutch bucket?
lockdown D,
Mid range or three?
mid range all day.
Mid range all day.
Mm-hmm.
And one or clean swish?
And one
And one. So you like to come down there with someone.
body to body. Yeah.
That's that bragging right, huh? Team ball or ISO?
Team ball.
Okay. Full court press, yes or no?
No.
No? Zone or man to man?
I like zone better.
You like zone better?
Yeah.
Practice or game day?
Practice.
Because that's where you can flush out
That's right.
those plays, huh? Early mornings or late night runs?
Early mornings.
Early bird get the worm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your favorite New York City court to play on? Besides Rucker.
I actually never played in Rucker. So
Never?
Nah, I've
But
been
you've
there,
been to
never
the
played
Rucker,
in it.
You've been there, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tiny Bum, Harlem legend. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Famous New York court to play in. West Fourth.
West Fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, I know where that's at. In Soho, right there at the corner, right across from the old McDonald's, the movie
Absolutely.
theater.
Absolutely.
They had the Lions Den spot that used to be up the block around the corner. Actually, when I go to get my shawarma, I go right around the corner from West Fourth area. That corner spot, Shy Barry out there, West Fourth, for sure. What's your best basketball movie?
Love basketball.
Loving basketball?
Yeah.
That's classic, huh? You can't go wrong with that at all, huh? What's your worst habit? What's the worst habit that young hoopers have?
Steph changed the game, but today,
Steph Curry?
yes, he changed the game, but today everybody think they can do what he do. And
So
they
everybody's
don't
shooting
really,
from half court.
Right.
Everybody's shooting from 75% away.
they don't realize that took a lot of work and effort to get to that stage.
So then I'm going to ask you this thing. So what's one drill that every kid should master?
Wait, what's one? Say that
One
again.
drill that every kid should master on the court.
The bank shot. That's basically off the backboard.
Shooting it towards that little box.
Yes, sir.
Hit it for that little box board, guaranteed to go in.
Always.
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 So then, defense wins championships. Is that a fact or is that cap?
Fact.
That's a fact?
Fact.
Really? So you believe that defense is one who win the games?
Absolutely.
all
If
the
you
time?
could stop somebody from shooting making the basket, you know what I mean?
Then you got a chance of getting
That's
one up
right.
on them.
Because
huh?
if they can't stop you from getting the basket,
And you
know
can
what
stop
I mean?
them from getting the basket, it should be a large difference in scoreboard,
right.
huh? All right. Should sneakers be tight or loose?
Tight.
Tight. Okay, so do you prefer
High tops.
High tops? High
Yeah.
tops. Tight, high tops. What sneakers would you be wearing on the court then?
Me today. Today I like the Ja threes.
Okay.
They're
John
not
Morant?
they're not ankle breakers. They're high. Back in the days, the Barclays.
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Because I wasn't a basketball person, but I mean, I owned a pair of Jordans when I got into high school. So that goes to show you, like,
Right.
what was that? I didn't care too much about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I've been watching a lot of players, a lot of the coaches in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prefer the loud coach or the calm coach?
Loud.
Loud?
Yeah.
The ones that yell at you across the court.
Because you know what? I tell you why. Because calm means relax. Loud means it gets you frigid. But if you could work around the loud noise, you know what I mean? You will be a way better player.
Got it.
You know?
So let me ask you this then. Is when it comes to trash talk,
Yeah.
is that a necessity or is that distraction?
I would say distraction. Yeah. I would say so.
So if you had to put together or think of any basketball team, right?
Yeah.
Who gets the last shot on the court? Who are you trusting?
Any basketball team?
Yeah.
When you mean by NBA?
Let's go with NBA. Give me three. We're gonna say 3 teams, and give me the name of that player that you would have the last shot. I know if I said
Chicago
the Warriors,
Bulls,
if I said Warriors, you're
Stephen
going with
Curry.
Steph. Got it. The
Right.
Bulls,
Of course, Michael Jordan.
Jordan. Okay.
And
Lakers.
Kobe.
Kobe?
By far.
Okay. How about Utah?
Utah. That's a hard one.
John Stockton.
Karl Malone. Karl Malone's good.
So
for
you
that.
give it to Carl before John?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. What
'Cause
about
he's
for the
in
Knicks?
He in a paint player. That's why.
Okay, got it. What about the Knicks?
Right now, yeah,
Brunson?
absolutely.
Got it. Okay. So when it comes to the refs, do you love them or do you blame them for how the game ends up?
I love them because at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's because kids today, you know what I mean. They like to put blame on the referee, but you shot 10 times and only made 2 shots. You know what I mean?
So you definitely,
So you gotta.
so you're definitely not the last player
Right.
with the ball. Huh? Okay, so what about gym lights or outside park?
Outside park.
Outside park all day.
Yeah.
Okay, so when teams lose, team loss. When it comes to team losses, do you feel as if they should walk off the stage with an attitude or a grudge, or should they still dap everybody up?
Absolutely, shake hands.
Shake hands?
Good sportsmanship is always best.
Okay, so when it comes to basketball, did it save your life? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there was anything, anybody that you wanted to acknowledge for who you are, as far as what Greedy For Da Roc stand for, who would those people be?
Acknowledge.
Yeah.
Does
The players, the staff.
are you saying like regular people or NBA people or
Well, anybody that pops in your mind for what Greedy For Da Roc stand for, who would you love to acknowledge? Right there in that camera, right in the middle shot.
my team. If anything, known Johnny and them. Definitely. Without them, there ain't no Greedy For Da Roc. You know what I mean? Even the coaches. Without the coaches, ain't no Greedy For Da Roc. You know what I mean? They the reason why the program exists and is why is it successful as of today. And shout out to this other the other programs like Dunker's Delight. I gotta definitely mention them. Howie, they program. I love their program very very well. Zone 6 EI. Shout out to him. His program is very well successful. Foster Park, Clayton. I gotta give him a shout out. true to the game, Coach Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Definitely a shout out to him. I feel like I'm missing one. And these are the people that I deal with on a regular. I will call them, get advice for them. You know what I mean? If I'm kind of confused, you know what I mean? Like, I'm reaching out to them.
That's right.
You know, all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Definitely takes a village,
EI
right?
from Zone 6, he basically was like my mentor when I first opened the program, because I didn't know what to do, what was what, how to get referees. He point me into the direction. Everybody else, I mentioned, I bumped into them along the ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody I just mentioned. Yeah.
Any last minute, anybody else that crossed your mind as we wrap up this episode that you want to acknowledge? Could be from the past, could be present, could be future.
Of course, my family, my brothers, my brother Lamont, my sisters, Betty and Thomasina. I gotta give that extra shout out to D once more. You know what I mean? Taking me out of that darkness. That's about it. You know, can't think of so many people.
It's all good. Let me ask you one last question. It's a
Yeah.
really good one. Maybe be the second to last, because I got another question, but I'm going to leave that one because that's more of a personal thing. If there was anybody who was saying that, yo, I want to navigate or get into the things that you're getting into, how would you guide them into doing so? What would you tell them?
Another good question.
I'm glad I got some good questions.
Yeah.
And then like asking boring questions. You're like,
Right,
this shit is
right.
boring. You know, like who wanted to get out of like the hustling world and want to navigate and do things to tap into another area.
I would tell them to build their resume. And what I mean by build their resume, if you ain't got a license, go get a license. You ain't got your high school diploma, go get your GED. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to jump into different ventures. Saying that
Ventures.
Right? Thank you.
But don't be afraid to be an Avenger.
Right.
Get up with the Avengers. Get with a certain team. So I get you. I'll help you.
You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to fail, because most people don't do things because they already have the mental thought of failure. You know what I mean? And failure is just a learning tool.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you have to lose in order to win. You know what I mean?
That's right. Most definite.
So I would definitely tell a person to take a chance. Just always take a chance. And if it doesn't work out,
gotta take the risk. That's it. If you ain't taking the risk, you're gonna lose the chance.
absolutely.
That's it. Thomas Edison took him 10,000 times to create the light bulb. But he didn't look at it as 10,000 losses.
Right.
10,000 ways of not doing it that way and finding a better way of going about it.
Absolutely.
Finding that way of mastery.
Because without taking a chance, you will never know what's on the other end.
Totally agree to that.
You know what I mean? So definitely that, on that note.
Well, I want to say, brother, I appreciate you coming here. I mean, you are, to me, the definition of what a stand-up gentleman is.
All right.
And how you navigate. And if there was one more thing I had to ask you,
Go ahead.
and this is just the greedy side of me. I said you got something over there that's like in plastic.
Yes, sir.
And I just see like you came, you put it out the bag, you put it in the corner right now.
Right.
And I don't know what that was about. I'm saying, man, but I was like, what's that about?
Okay, this is mind me opening it?
Oh, I mean, open it up.
Okay.
I mean, it look like there's some that's the new attire, new wear.
All right, these are the jerseys.
Yes, sir.
This is this is gonna be the high school jerseys.
Wow. Beautiful colors as well.
Should have bought the other one too. Yeah. This is the high school branding, and I have another branding for middle school, and I'm doing 10U, so I'm making another design for them, more like kiddie-ish.
Okay, so it's like each brand, each grade level have their own color scheme as well.
Right.
It's fly. So when people see them out there and about, they already know exactly where they connect to, huh?
Absolutely.
Nice.
And like I said, well, this is for you.
So this is my set.
Yes, sir.
So I'm officially down.
Absolutely.
I'm officially Greedy For Da Roc certified. Yo, my brother. Boy. Yes, I see that. Oh, hey, listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm like Denzel. I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah.
Right? I'm leaving here with something. And you got the right size too. I mean, you should know sizes by now.
Right.
Especially being So does everybody get their own number?
Absolutely.
'Cause I see 17. I see
Yeah.
17. I mean,
Well, basically the numbers that's I put on the jerseys are basically numbers where popular players. So like Melo is 7. 1 is my favorite player, Penny Hardaway. You know what I mean? Jason Kidd 3, 5.
Yeah. Who's 17?
17 was just a random number.
But you know, it's funny though. Me being tatted up, I got the number 7 on my stomach.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's God number right here. You feel me? Swear it up. So I'm gonna take that right now.
Right.
The number 1 and the 7. You feel me? Number 1 God. How I'm looking at it right now. You feel me? Yeah. Yo, my brother, I greatly appreciate this.
Yes.
So wait, I got the top and the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so that means I can just come up on the court. Oh, so you already know. So y'all already know. I already got my work attire. I got my gym attire. Word up. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. That's how we doing it.
Yes, sir.
Shit, you done gave me this early in the damn show. I've been rocking this the whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm officially Greedy For Da Roc certified.
Absolutely.
And my brother, man, yo, this is an honor.
I appreciate
I can't
you.
thank you enough for being here on the set. I always wanted to do this. We talked about this for a while.
Right.
But we made it happen.
Right.
And for y'all, hopefully you're greedy to get something done, something achieved in 2026. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. But as you heard the man say himself, you got to start small. And there's some things you're going to have to give up to get everything you want. I'm graduating in June with my degrees, my master's degree, and it ain't easy. It's a lot of work, but damn it is worth it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who represents this brand because this is the true definition of putting in the work. And I'm going to rock this, but I'm going to need something because I want to have this actually in a frame hanging up in the studio. I know I mentioned that to you before.
Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? But this is what it's all about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Being hungry for something. Waking up and having that drive, wanting something more than just what you have today.
And can I say something too?
Please.
You could check me out on Instagram. Greedy For Da Roc. Also on YouTube, you can watch all the games on YouTube on Greedy For Da Roc TV. And if by any chance anybody want to make any type of donations, You can hit us up on Instagram. We're not asking for money. Doesn't matter what it is, even if it's a basketball or anything to help the cause. You know what I mean?
Yes, for and I appreciate that too. You know why I mentioned that? I say that because what I love about the park is that somehow, some way, there's always a basketball that's just in the park,
Sitting in the park, yeah, for some reason.
and it's like
Right.
everybody know like that's the park basketball.
Right,
No one's
right.
that greedy to just take the ball and leave with it. They play, they do their thing.
That's right.
And they just roll the ball over there or they put the ball down. And I'm passing by going to work and be like, I love that. They know that seems to be the official, like, one of the Greedy For Da Roc basketballs. You know what I mean? So I always acknowledge that and I recognize that and was like, I think that's pretty cool. And what we could do as well, that information will be at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Do you have any QR codes that they could scan and things like that?
No, I don't actually.
Well,
That's
we'll
a
get
good
that
one.
figured out.
That's
Have that
right.
there where they could watch this, take their phone out, scan it, and
Absolutely.
whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
Any last things we need to talk about?
No, I think we pretty much ran through a lot. And hopefully we can meet up again and, you know, talk about other ventures that I do get into.
Oh, but like I tell you about it, anybody who's on this set, you know what I'm saying? It's not about just being here for now. Because mi casa es su casa.
That
So what I'm saying as in, you know, when new artists is coming out with new projects, I want them to be like my homegirl always say, every time I land in New York, if I land in JFK, you're right there. I might as well come right on over and say what I gotta say before
Absolutely.
I go hit the city.
Absolutely.
Anybody who coming, who got things going on, that's coming down the pipeline. Like for you said, for Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? Having some of the players pull up with their, you know, stuff on. Have my jersey on, and then we having jersey talk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it's bigger than just the sport. It's about knowing how to defense and navigate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That man to man, like we having right now, where we just locked in and figuring it out. So yes, of course, whenever you feel like you want us to have a spot to pull up and we just, you on the set, that's what the set's all about.
Absolutely.
The set is for having a strategy, executing, using your team, using your people. And if you can't use your people, you're useless. Find another bunch of people to use.
Absolutely.
And if you can't use them, they don't need to be in your circle. 'Cause my
Right.
circle's a dot. You know what I'm saying? My brother, I appreciate you.
Appreciate
I love you,
you.
man. Thank you so much for being able to pull up here, locking in.
Right.
Guys, check out my boy right here. Check out this man, Jamel White, Greedy For Da Roc. All information will be at the bottom of the screen.
Absolutely.
And pull up on these games, yo. At least you know you want to see me. When you out there at them games and you see 17, you know it's me.
Snedeker.
Yeah.
Riverdale. Lions Playground.
Yeah. Lions Pride.
Lions Pride Playground.
Yes, sir. You
Right.
already know where we at. When you see the drone in the air, you know
You
it's
already
me.
know.
You already know. You heard? Be live on Seven Earth. Be honest with yourself first and foremost. If not, what's the purpose? Until the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
That was good.